Like every single person that I've ever known, I have fallen and I've gotten up. I've done esteemable things and things that have been in my life that I regret. Every single one of those things has brought me exactly to where I am right now, which is probably the best place I've ever been in my life. I've gone through my own struggles.
In and out of rehab 7-8 times.
Say it nicer to me. Sought treatment for an issue like
Sought
most
treatment
people.
for substance abuse issues
so
7 or 8
insensitive.
times. I'm so sorry.
他是杭特·拜登，美国民主党总统候选人拜登的次子，也是一名律师、投资顾问，以及曾经游走于华府与各国高层在大型企业和政府高官之间穿针引线的前任游说人士。从2014年开始，杭特·拜登受邀出任东欧乌克兰最大民营天然气公司的董事，每个月支领5万美金，相当于150万台币的薪资。而当时就如世人所知，美国的总统是奥巴马，奥巴马的副手不是别人，正是杭特的父亲乔·拜登。拜登当时所负责的外交领域也包含了美国对乌克兰政策和贷款援助，而当父亲的决策碰上儿子的工作，明显的利益冲突一度引发华府内部和外界舆论的质疑。虽然多年来多次政风与国会调查行动都没有查出任何违法情事，但合法的不见得能通过情理道德这一关。打从拜登决定参选2020那一天开始，他的选战对手和有心人士就已经把准心朝向拜登团队中最弱的那一环，他的次子杭特，发动一波又一波针对性攻势。而10月14号投票前3个星期，老字号保守派耸动小报《纽约邮报》所刊登的一篇独家踢爆，正是川普阵营打杭伤败系列战中最新一波攻击行动。
Wrote to Hunter, arranging for a meeting to meet with Vice President Joe Biden. I've been saying this for a long time with that family. The same Ukrainian energy executive even sent Hunter an email saying, quote, "We urgently need your advice on how you could use your influence." In other words, Hunter was being paid for access to his vice president father, who was specifically put in charge of Ukraine and Russia.
Experts say it has all the hallmarks of information laundering and all the headaches of 2016. Back then, it was Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta whose emails were stolen and then dribbled out in the last month of the race. This time, it's a tabloid newspaper dribbling out emails, purportedly swiped from Vice President Joe Biden's son.
纽约邮报声称，被踢爆的邮件来自于一台送修笔电，因为修好之后，客户始终未来取件。老板查看硬碟之后，发现内容可能涉及不法，才通报当局，同时自行复制了一份，私下交给川普阵营打行大将前纽约市长朱利安尼。这一段曲折离奇的消息来源取得过程，且不论其可信度，但爆料的时机与泄密的方式，都立刻让人联想到2016年的希拉蕊电邮门丑闻和俄罗斯骇客。
Serious questions tonight about whether the Russians are using Rudy Giuliani to interfere in the U.S. presidential election. CNN senior national security correspondent Alex Marquardt is joining us. Alex, there are fears that what Giuliani is now pushing here in the United States could actually be part of Russia's latest and very massive disinformation campaign in the U.S. presidential election.
Massive indeed, Wolf. We do know that it's a very active Russian campaign. That's according to the U.S. intelligence community.
一个爆料引来美国两派媒体沿着政党和支持对象各自做出完全不同解读和阴谋推论。以福斯为首的保守派传媒火力全开，抨击拜登家族贪腐自肥。另一方面 CNN 等自由派媒体则反指爆料来源可疑，明显就是2016大选前让美式民主蒙羞的通俄门翻版。而上一回因为隔岸观火，任由讯息暴走而惨遭舆论凌迟的社群网络业者，这一次汲取了教训，立刻封锁未经查证的爆料讯息，没想到却又引来另一面袭来炮火，被轰得体无完肤。
A major American newspaper published a story, apparently an entirely accurate story, about a presidential candidate The tech monopolies that control American media feared this story might hurt that candidate whom they favor. So 3 weeks before a national election, they shut the whole thing down. They just did it, exactly as the Chinese government does. This was mass censorship on a scale that America has never experienced, not in 245 years.
Yeah, look, the original sin here for for Facebook, for Twitter, for all the social platforms is that they didn't want to have any rules around speech, which is why it's because they don't want to be considered a publisher and be liable for that content. The unfortunate situation is that then led to this sort of cesspool of conspiracy theories and misinformation and malinformation. Now they are belatedly attempting to put in these rules, but the rules are all over the place. And I think that the big issue here is there's no consistency. This was an incredibly ham-handed way to handle that New York Post piece, because by doing so, what they ended up doing was calling much, much more attention to that story than it otherwise would have gotten.
在《纽约邮报》刊出第一篇有关乌克兰能源公司的邮件内容之后，右派媒体继续追打杭特在中国的金钱往来。然而，即便保守派阵营紧咬不放，穷追猛打，难以否认的一个事实是，由共和党自家人所发起的一项参院听证调查，9月底才刚刚拍板结论，承认没有证据可以显示拜登曾经贪赃枉法。与此同时，杭特昔日的生意合伙人爆料动机、说法的真实性，《纽约邮报》消息来源中所谓的无人认领笔电，以及中间人朱利安尼在通俄门调查中已经遭到高度质疑、几乎荡然无存的可信度，都让多数选民对于这一波老调重弹、缺乏新意的10月惊奇暂时抱持观望态度。
This looks like your classic disinformation campaign. Steal the information with a cyber attack, get the emails from Hunter Biden's account, and then put them on these laptops that are left at a repair store. And that's how the information is now laundered into the public.
根据《华盛顿邮报》的民调观察，川普与拜登支持度的差距虽然在《纽约邮报》的爆料出刊之后稍微拉近，但并未出现明显的紧绷和变化。随着右派媒体和川普阵营动作不断，甚至宣称手中握有杭特性丑闻的证据，一连串乱枪打鸟式的压住法，对于中间选民的意向会产生何种效应，有待观察。